Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's doing well. It's your boy. Now I'm back. I know I've been going for some time, and I had some unforeseen things happen. But just asking for prayers for my boy and his family, and you know, just love one another, man, while you can, because you never know, man. Just had an unforeseen, situation, and he lost somebody, so yeah, man, I ain't really been on the mood, man. I kind of killed my mood getting that news. So I know I was supposed to get on here and give away a free jersey. I probably ain't gonna do it today. I'll probably get it to y'all tomorrow. Sorry for all the stuttering and stuff like that, but yeah, man, it's just been a crazy few days, and it's life and all that, but it's a sad situation. So without saying too much, I don't want to put nobody's business out there, but long story short, man, let's get into what we got to get into today, man. Some things been going on in free agency. Also, we had Brandon Graham retiring today as well. So let's get into what we need to talk about, man. But first things first, free agency. So I know I got on here before and I talked about some of the free agent pickups that we have recently acquired, and I'm talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. I know I hear different people saying different things about how they feel about this player and how they feel about that player. If they're going to make a significant impact, are they going to be a Zach Bond, or are they going to be a list of players that didn't work out for us or didn't even play for us? Most recent, you could say Devin White. So it's going to be a Devin White type of situation. So all these players do have the chance to start. But some of them may not. Some of them may get cut, training camp, things like that. But as I've been doing this podcast, I have learned that you just have to wait and see. We can speculate. That's all I really do on this joint. I just speculate from the knowledge that I have. But all we can do is speculate, man. But so far so good. So they ended up signing free agent Azeez Ojulari from the Giants. I think that's who he's playing for last. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was the Giants. Ended up signing him to a 1-year deal, prove it deal, and me personally, I like the pickup. I know people were saying, he's not the greatest or whatever the case may be, but as we've seen with how you want to say Mekhi Becton, he's not here anymore. He ended up signing the big time deal with the Chargers, and shout out to him. But you seen how Mekhi Becton, first round talent, drafted to the Jets, which is not the greatest organization. That's just no disrespect. These is facts now. So, not the greatest organization, and he said it himself that, his mood wasn't right up there and things like that. And then he comes to the Eagles, gets a Super Bowl, plays well, plays on the line of a competent line of offensive players. He moves positions and does great at it. And now he's getting paid. So I know a lot of people, ain't high, or they might be high on Azeez Ojulari, but me personally, I like it. I know he's a former Georgia Bulldog, and now he's with he's with most of the people he played with in college, and familiarity is a big thing when it comes to playing this sport. You want to be comfortable in the organization and comfortable around the people you're playing around. Plus, these people that you're comfortable around can push you even harder. I don't know, what the situation was up there with the New York Giants and things like that, but coming off, he had 6 sacks. I think 22 overall, if I'm not mistaken, in his career. Make sure I say all this right to y'all. I got the information right here. I got the info this time. So, but yeah, man. So overall, I know PFF has him graded pretty low in a lot of these categories. So I would say his defense overall is a 56.4. His run D is a 60.1, and his pass rush is a 54.6. Coverage grade is also a 51.8. So he might be actually be dropped into the coverages if he's playing that edge position, as we see with Nolan Smith and the Vic Fangio system, and how he runs it. So I think I just want to see, man. I think he could be a key piece. I'm not gonna lie. I think he could be a key piece. Him and Uche definitely could be a key piece. Uche as well. He has a defense of 54.9 rating on PFF with a run defense of 70.2, which is decent, and then a pass rush of 68.7. Now his coverage grade ain't the best, but Vic probably already knew that. He probably knew he ain't trying to use him for that. He probably trying to get him right to the quarterback or hit one of them gaps. So, but overall, like, And this is what I was saying before. Like, you can't just think you're going to go out here in free agency and just sign all these big names. Like, salary cap's the real thing. I know we make it seem like it's some type of illusion, but it's still a real thing. So much so that I think, was it Justin Reed said he was getting ready to sign with us, but he said, the money wasn't right on our side, and he ended up going to the to the Saints, which is not wrong with that. Go get your money and stuff like that. But yeah, salary cap's a real thing, and you got players that we want to pay, such as Jalen Carter coming up in the next year or two. And then any other player, you got Quinyon and Cooper and Nolan. All those guys got to get paid, so you got to be smart in free agency. I seen the Bengals ended up signing both their wide receivers to some groundbreaking deals, making Chase one of the highest paid players, if not the highest paid wide receiver at least in the NFL, and paying them a lot of money too. I don't got their information up on here, but paying them a lot of money. Y'all probably saw it. But the salary cap, now that their offense is paid, like our offense is paid, right? But we have a good defense. We know how to draft. We know how to, develop players. Even so much so with the free agency pickups. Zach Bond, you end up getting him last year. We think he's just going to be a special teams player. This man went all pro and got himself a contract. So it shows that if you come here and you work hard and you do what you do, like I said before, you will be paid. You will be paid. Maybe not, depending on what you're doing. Maybe not, top market, but you're going to get paid around the market value of what you should be doing. So, and if you're cool with that, you got a chance to, make a run at a Super Bowl or whatever the case may be. So we coming off a Super Bowl, and that's what I'm going to say. We making another run to the Super Bowl. So that's the standard now. But, yeah, man, so these guys that we're picking up, I like them. I know they're going to need some. I know some of them will have to get, developed. Vic going to have the final say with that. But so much so, man, I'm liking what we're doing. Still got the draft, though. People got to realize, like, this ain't the end-all, be-all. This is just free agency. The draft is coming up, I don't know, with April 20 – I know it was like the 28th last year when it started. So I'm thinking it's somewhere around that time. But end of April usually is when the NFL draft is. And depending on what Howie Roseman does and what he feel like the needs of the team are, he will do that. He will make sure that he fills those holes, especially if he wants – he knows in his mind, if you want to go back to another Super Bowl, he know he got to fill these holes. So I'm not really worried on that. And I like the scouts that we have on this team. I know they're going to have some Red Star players. And I did start looking at the NFL draft, but I kind of like the wait because, I know they're probably going to try to go for an edge. You probably want somebody younger, whatever the case may be, or maybe somebody that they had the eye on for a year or two, whatever the case is. But I like to kind of wait until free agency's over because when the draft, right, a couple weeks before the draft, I know I got to, all right, they might be looking for a safety because I know right now, I like Lewis Seen, do not get me wrong, but you can't just think we're going to roll into the season with Lewis Seen, and that's the end-all, be-all, and then Tyler McCullough and then Sidney Brown. You probably do want somebody back there that, is a little bit more seasoned if they do go that route of picking somebody up in free agency or, trying to find, like I said, a Starks from Georgia, trying to find some young talent come out of college and then get him on a rookie deal, and now you ain't got to worry about paying him if he's paying out, for 2 to 3 years. So, yeah, man. So we just got to see what they do, man. But I have all the trust in the world in this team. I'm not going to get on here and be like, can they do this? I want that player. We all want players, but I said salary cap is a real thing. And you need money for the players that you draft as well. So you can't just go out here and just splurge. I know some teams just don't understand how Howie Roseman does it. I don't understand how you do it neither, but at the end of the day, he does it and he does it well. So I can't knock him in his process. But I do think moving forward, man, it's a youth movement with this team. Us being able to win this Super Bowl this year with a lot of younger guys, Jalen Hunt. I went back and watched this. I watched this Super Bowl plenty of times now, so I'm getting to see different players shine in different ways that you might not have, got to see when I was watching the game. But Jalen Hunt, man, I love that guy, man. Jalix and Nolan love that guy. I know Nolan tore his tricep, I think it was, in the Super Bowl. But those young guys, man, they keep that up, boy, they going to get paid too. So, and if they keep finding players like that, we will have no problem, man. We got like 20-plus draft picks between the next 2 drafts. And it's 11 picks in the top, 3 rounds, 4 rounds? You can get some decent talent. I'm telling you, I know they're not going to hold on to all them picks because you probably want, picks later on in the years and stuff like that. But they can really, I'm telling y'all, they can really reload the team because you can't afford to pay everybody. you can't afford to pay. You might have a breakout star. You might just have to let go because you might not be able to, pay them what they're worth, and they might have to dip. But if you can develop and you can draft well, you ain't gonna have no problem. It's just pretty much a plug and play type of thing, long as they understand the systems of the offensive system or the defensive system, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, man, been rambling on, my fault, but it get the flowing. So, but yeah, man, so far so good. I like what's going on with free agency. Got some news today with the BG situation. BG ends up retiring. Sack 5'5". That's a hard. I ain't gonna lie. This make me feel. This make me feel a little something more than when Kelsey retired. No disrespect to Kelsey, but I just feel like I love Kelsey. Don't get me wrong, but just with him being in the podcast world and stuff like that, I've been seeing Kelsey all over the place. So it's not like he really left the team. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm sure you won't see Brandon Graham on TV with his personality. You remind me of myself, man. Just a positive guy, man. He just try to do what he can, while he can. You feel me? So, but just a positive guy, great attitude. I can see him coaching as well, if that's what he decides to do. But he ends up retiring today, man. 2-time champ. But I do want to ask y'all this question too, man. Do y'all think BG goes to the Hall of Fame? Because I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, I ain't look up his stats. Just going off the fandom that that I can remember, the different plays and how he affected certain Super Bowls. That first Super Bowl, bro. If he didn't get that strip, man, on time, I don't know if we win that joint, bro. Time might, because they were going back and forth. It's not to say that we weren't, playing a good game, but it was a back and forth game pretty much the whole game. So. BG gets that strip sack, and they were who was it? We got rid of him. What's my man name? Oh, we sent him to the Texans, I think. Y'all gonna let me know in the comments. I can't think of it. What is it? I know his name because Nick would just every time he do something, Nick be like, I know it's him. And it would be him. So, but long story short, BG. I just want to say that I really appreciate BG because it felt good to get this second one, but that first one, bro, was like now that I had time to process because this one was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, this second Super Bowl, we got two of the craziest Super Bowl wins, but that first Super Bowl win for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. And I'm sitting in my boy basement and stuff like that, bro. Tears are just they were just coming out of my eyes, bro. Like I couldn't control myself, so. It was just nice to see, man, because you finally get one. What is that, Super Bowl 52? I can't remember, 3, something like that. So, but yeah, it was just a beautiful thing to see. But like I said, man, BG, he probably still gonna be around because a lot of these guys don't leave the area after playing this long. You kind of ingratiated in this area, and they probably got, I know he's from Detroit, so he probably got a house out there or something like that. But a lot of guys, man, they stay in this area. So if you do decide to stay. Come back, bro. Come back and coach, man. You can be a coach way longer than you can be a player. You feel what I'm saying? So if you can come back and affect the game in that way, you don't mind doing that, then we love to have him in the building because he's a great person to just rile you up, man. Game day, he gets you right. He just talk that talk. You don't want to. She don't want a puppy. She want a big dog player. You already know. So. Shout out to BG on his retirement, man. A lot of people in the building. Jalen Hurts is one of the guys. You can tell they're good friends, man. And Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman. I think Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelsey came back. They had a picture together that they had posted to as well. So shout out to Sack 5'5", man. Brandon Graham on everything he has done for this organization. He is a lifer, man. He's a 2-time champ. And I do think, man, you might see him. I think he might be able to get a. I ain't gonna lie, he might be able to get a gold jacket, man. I ain't gonna cap. He might be able to because he's a 2-time champ, man. He affected the game in a great way. I ain't gonna say all through his career because in the beginning of his career we didn't know, and then he just flipped it on us and then started strip sacking Tom Brady in Super Bowls and whatnot. So. Shout out to that guy, man, because I really did think he was gonna come back and play another year. I thought he had it in him, but probably after tearing his pec or tricep, whatever it was, he probably was just like, I'm gonna go out on top with these 2 Super Bowls, man. And what other way should you go out, man? So shout out to Sack 5'5", man. But with all that being said, I don't think there's any other news since I've been on here. Let me just check the website right quick, so I don't want to. I'm going the Eagles joint. because I see they got a free agency tab, so they update it pretty often. Oh wait, that's shout out to Philly 500. I was watching him earlier, because everybody talking about it. So talking about BG retiring and whatever else, man. But like I said, I'm me personally. Like I said, with free agency overall, I'm not mad at nothing yet. I really do like the running back move, and I like the Uche, and I even like wait. It was somebody else. I don't know if I talked about him. Did I even talk about the cornerback we got? Hold on, y'all. My fault. Adoree Jackson. I don't even know if I talked about Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson. I like Adoree Jackson, the acquisition of him. I know he's I think Adoree like almost 27, 28. How old is Adoree? Oh, Adoree 29. Okay. So he's 29, but Adoree Jackson is decent. He's a player that the Eagles did have their eye on back when he was getting drafted. But yes, like his defensive grade is a 69, coverage grade is a 64, and his run defensive grade is a 85. So that's really good. I know a lot of people were complaining about, it's a lot of these guys ain't good against the run. I understand, but it's more to it. I feel like it's more to it with players when they're not good against the run. Maybe you're not in the right area or hitting the right angle, hitting the right box. Everybody don't have the same type of coaching from team to team. So I feel like with Clint Hurt and those other defensive coaches, they make sure that these guys understand where they need to be on the field and on the field when they're playing during the game. Excuse me. So I mean, we just gotta see, man. We just gotta see, because like I said, man, this is just we gotta get bodies for camp. Everybody, calm down. We gotta get bodies for camp. Get bodies for camp, and then we see how they pan out. You can't just be flipping. People just flipping out like, oh, we need to get calm down, man. Calm down. Patience is a virtue for sure. So, but yeah, Adoree Jackson, another good player that we picked up. I ain't mad at it, man. So far, so good. I know the Giants hate us. I know the Giants gotta hate us, bruh. We taking all their players. So, but yeah, man, we gotta see. So now, I know they probably make a couple more moves, maybe in free agency, but now we just gotta see draft wise, where are we trying to head toward the draft? Because I haven't been seeing any safety work. Like if they would have got Justin Reed, that probably would have solidified that position, because I'd have took. I think I'm saying his name right, Justin Reed, right, from the Chiefs. But yeah, I'd have took that. So money went right, and it's cool, get paid, man. But we definitely going to have to, if it's Lewis Seen or if it's somebody else, let's see while I'm on here if I can pull something up right quick. Let's see if I can get y'all some names, because I ain't got too much to do. Oh, also, man, me and Mr. Reggie going to have something for y'all very soon. If not, maybe it might be today. We were supposed to get together Sunday, but then that situation had happened. I just couldn't get in the mood, bro. I couldn't get in the mood. So I'm trying to see. Trying to see some players right quick. Let's see if we can get my position. Let's see, cornerbacks. No, safety's my fault. Okay, so here we go. Let's go through this list right quick. We gonna get a little draft big board 2025 action off PFF. So of course they got the first safety that should go off the board is Malaki Starks. Is that how you say his name? Malaki, his first name. Okay. Malaki Starks. I'm going to read this to y'all. It says, Starks was a playmaker in the SEC 3 straight seasons. He brings good football IQ, tackling, and movement ability to play free, strong in the slot. He isn't a rare athlete, but he is a starting caliber player for the back end of any defense. So when you hear something like that, that to me just lets me know. And I've seen his tape. I've watched his tape. I've watched this man's tape. If we could pick him up, no disrespect, I'm not gonna sit there and say you just pull a kid out of college and he's in y'all straight. He makes sure he's gonna make sure y'all straight, bro. He gonna make sure we straight. So, moving on. I'm just gonna read a couple of these though. Xavier Watts. I'm gonna watch his tape too. Now I'm getting these names. So Watts is the best ball hawk safety in the class, thanks to his intelligence and ability to break on the football. That will have him drafted somewhere on day 2, so he can be a day 2 person. And what they just said right there, the best ball hawking, that's what you want back there. That's what they always talked about with CJ. He's a ball hawk, and then your IQ for football. People just think you go out there with talent and you don't need to know nothing else. You have to be smart when you play football. Like the whole thing with and people are like, why aren't we putting Cindy Brown back there? It's not to say Cindy Brown not smart, nothing like that. Cindy Brown just always plays at 100 miles an hour, which is not what I mean. I ain't gonna say there's nothing wrong with it, but there is something wrong with it when you playing in football. You can't go 100 miles because if you're going 100 miles at somebody and you know you're not on your angle, you try to go tackle, bro, you're missing a tackle, and then my man get another 10 plus yards if nobody's there. And if you're the safety, you're the last line of defense, so you want to make sure that the person back there is smart, but also like I said, athletic. So. Like a Malaki Starks or Xavier Watts, I ain't see his film yet though. I don't want to just throw him out there, but they have him rated pretty decently. So, so yeah, man, they got him rated honestly better than Hold up, they got him rated better than the bull from Georgia. Let me watch this man tape. I'm gonna watch it. All right, I'm gonna watch this tape when I get off here because I gotta start doing this anyway. So, Nick. Oh God, how much say this man last name? Emmanuel Wari? If y'all know how to say my man name, like let me know. They say he's a tricky prospect who will require a leap of faith. Oh, we don't want that. We don't need that. Considering where he's likely to be drafted, his elite athleticism and playmaking ability suggests his ceiling could be on par with a player like Kirby Joseph. Okay. But his underwhelming box play is a questionable technique, and instincts are more. See, we don't. Yeah. See, we don't need nothing like that. We need somebody that's gonna be able to stop that run. You need somebody to stop that run. So I'm not gonna go too much further. Who's this bull from Iowa? Scout coming soon. All right, they don't got his stuff up there yet. Yeah. But between like Starks and Watts, okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing with the Watts stuff because they're pretty much comparable. The only thing that's different between what I can see here on this is I ain't seen Watts' tape yet, but the thing I can see that's the difference. The only difference between the two is the age. Pretty much. I mean, the ratings is pretty dead on, but he got a better rating. He got a better rating than Stark, so Watts does. So we'll see, man. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up much longer, man. I just wanted to, read a couple things off, give y'all a little bit of information. Because they did just snatch this money out my account for the PFF premium, so might as well use it while I got it. But yeah, man. But just please, man, just stay tuned, man. Keep my boy in your prayers and his family. Life is tricky, man. Life is tricky, but it's all certain to us. So, much love to my boy. Much love to y'all too, man. Hopefully everybody doing all right. Life is crazy, so but hopefully everybody's good. So. But just stay tuned, man. I'm gonna try to get this jersey giveaway out. Probably like I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow. But it got to be before this week's out because I do want to get this off to somebody, man. We've been talking about this for like the last couple of months. But shout out to everybody else that got their Eagles jersey. Make sure I post them either on the video or on my profile. So, but yeah, man. With all that being said, man, it's your boy Nine from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I really do appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. We've been doing this almost 2 years now. So. This will be my second off season. I feel like I'm getting better at this. The editing part, we gonna work on that. But the whole talking thing and being on camera and talking to y'all and engaging with y'all, I feel like I'm getting better with. So, got to make more videos for y'all for sure though, because it's a lot of information coming out. But with that being said, man, like I said, it's not from No Cut Sports Podcast. Once again, really appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all could for me, please. Like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe. And please stay tuned for more upcoming episodes. And before we get out of here, I got one more thing. Go Birds, you 2-time Super Bowl champions. Boy, you already know, man. I'ma holla at y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all already know, man.